So when you knew that you were going to transition out of the Royal Marines, did you know that that's what you were going to go into? Is coaching? Was that part of your strategy or your plan?
Was it part of my? It wasn't part of my strategy when I was in the Royal Marines, but I guess as most entrepreneurs, they see a problem, right? And some people sit on that problem and they do nothing about it. Well, I guess I saw a problem, and that was like recruits not only turning up physically prepared for Royal Marines training. I saw that side of it when they were failing, tests and just weren't preparing the right way. But then I saw the other side, which was like the injuries and the amount of injuries that recruits that just gets, sustain injuries during training. And in a nutshell, I guess in the Hunter Company, when I was serving and still is today, 48% of those recruits injured in there are in the first 8 weeks of Royal Marines training. All right, so Hunter Company is made up of 48% 8 weeks of training, first 8 weeks, and that's when I saw a real problem, and that's when I thought, time to do something about it. Let's see if we can set something up to help these guys prepare a little bit better and bulletproof the body, as I like
Yeah.
to call it here at Team Coaching.
So did you want to go that career path in the Royal Marines, or was that an assignment that the Marines selected you to do? How did that come about?
Yeah, so in the Royal Marines, you first, soldier first. You pass out, and then you soldier, and then you can sort of pick your SQs, your specializations. I'd say the Royal Marine, like PTI side of things, because of my background, I think, sports science degree, personal trainer and Civvy Street. Although when I joined the Royal Marines, I didn't just want to jump straight into the PTI role, I wanted to see what it was about. But I think that was my destined pathway. I think that was it. And then you have to go on a selection course for that, an aptitude, and then a pretty brutal course to become a PTI, which was thinking one of the best courses I ever did in the Royal Marines.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
That was my question. It was kind of, yeah, did you have that passion while in the Marines for the physical training side of things? And you answered that question with you said sports science degree. Did the Marines or did the Royal Marines provide any kind of like education benefits to help pay for some of the civilian courses that you were able to complete while you were in, or no?
No, I did all that before I joined. So I
Okay.
did my PT qualification before I joined. I did my degree before I joined. They didn't. They do offer some stuff in the Royal Marines, like you can do like sort of part-time university and things. It wasn't. No, I'd sort of done that off. It doesn't help you. You still like the Royal Marines is very different to Civvy Street in the fact that nothing really transfers over.
Okay.
So although I did all these qualifications, it doesn't set you up to go down that role. They don't push you down that role. You've got to take charge of your career, I guess, and that's just what landed with me. I guess in recruit training, I think my training team they knew what route I was going to go down. They were very confident I'd probably be a PTI. They were like, "You recruit ready, you will be a PTI, won't you?" And I was like, "Nah, I'm gonna see what happens," because I was fit. That was definitely my strength in recruit training. But it turns out they were right.
Yeah.